and
not Oxford Brooks.
not please, I'm not
Guys,
going to.
please,
I
please.
didn't say that. Nana said that. Yeah, University of Oxford. There's only one University of Oxford.
That's great.
A way to describe myself is that I'm just a sponge for information. I just want to soak everything in. I believe that the future is for people who are informed, and I would like to be informed. So
I wanted to know, do you have something, is that what your mentoring project is about?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So mentorship is for the ability to help people to be better based on your own personal experiences, right? And the experiences of not just yourself, sorry, people around you that you've been fortunate enough to know, right? Playing a role in their lives to just ensure, to help them become better. And I'm passionate about my community, no doubt, right?
I don't want the situation where it feels, I know it's more or less me buying your time, and
No,
there's no way I can
yeah.
pay you for this particular time.
Are you sure?
But
A
I'm
check would
telling
do.
you,
A
we
check
haven't
would
got
do.
there yet.
No,
We
I'm
haven't
just
got
joking.
there
I'm
yet,
joking. Yeah.
You know, but I think what I may want to be asking you is, our main role is to be able to make that impact within the black community.
Yes.
Okay. As a person, what would be some of the recommendations that you may have for maybe professionals working within the black community to be able to impact some bit of knowledge to the next generation?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question because of the effect that it can have if, most especially if black people, black professionals of African descent or whatever variation is being called out there, so long you recognize yourself as black, is we need our professionals to step up, right? The way we've cracked the code of being better fathers in our generation, we need to crack the code of being better professionals to our community in this generation that we are in. What does it mean? It means that if, as a doctor, a black doctor, you can go into a black school, a school where we have a black population of students and speak to them, tell them who you are, tell them, share your challenges with them. It would prepare those kids for better things, right? I've had children, black children, that I mentor say to me that, little nuances like their teachers telling them they can apply to the University of Oxford and you just imagine that if that student didn't have a black professional like myself to say, no, that's wrong, right? Impossibility is nothing. You can apply, you can do anything you've set your mind to do. I think that would then have ripple effects because they too would then grow up with the mindset of, oh yeah, I had a mentor. I can mentor other people. Then with that, you've created a change circle that makes, hopefully, that will bring positive development to the society. So yeah, to the community. So mentorship is important. I believe also when you're watering other people, watering yourself properly. So ensuring that we continue to uphold our integrity, what we do, we continue to remain ambitious, right? Yeah, and there's another thing I like about one of the things I've learned, most especially living in the West, is the ability to use the media, right? I think we don't speak enough about ourselves, right? So that's why when you spoke to me about this, I was intrigued that, wow, this idea exists and I know the benefit of it. So being able to put our wins out there so that black people, Africans can connect to it and say, oh yes, he has my name. Oh wow, he looks like myself, and they can see people like us on television. So that's important. So it's not just television, social media, whatever outlet you use to communicate, that will continue to do that. And that way, at least that's the minimum that is needed currently from people who are in my position or higher than myself to bring the change that we need in the society. Okay.
Guys, when we are talking about this change, this is not just within the UK or maybe Nigeria, Ghana, or only other African countries. This is a global, okay?
Yeah.
It is more or less like a movement that we are hoping that, you know what, we will be able to influence that level of change, within the world. And that's really, really important. Whilst we are talking about all this, I think there is a point in time where Chika has to have a bit of downtime.
Oh, yes.
What do you do just for you to be able to, get rid of all the business, the serious stuff?
Oh, yeah. Before, like I mentioned, before I got married, before my children, I used to I play games a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird variations of being an extrovert and an introvert.
Okay.
Yeah, I love my own personal time. Personal time. I like to, even when I'm with the family, I like to just remove myself and be somewhere and think about things and digest things and remember conversations I've had. How can I say something better or do something better? And my children now help me to decongest whatever it is in my mind. I spend weekends where they've been painting my nails because I have two girls as my first kids, and playing in the garden with them, just being a father to them, taking them to the park. Those things help a lot. But I don't play with my video games.
Okay.
I'm still into video games.
Okay.
I live in an abstract world, so being able to have an escapism into that world easily, it helps me a lot. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So if there is one thing that possibly Chika may have never wanted other people to hear on camera, what would that be?
Like I said earlier on, success is intentional.
Okay.
There's nothing I don't want anybody to hear about myself, right? Because it's important to live the life that you preach. So that way, people can. That's what people need to see. That's what's refreshing, right? Seeing people, for example, let's speak about the American elections across the pond, right? One of the reasons why people tied into Barack Obama was his personality, right? Oh, I've struggled before. Here's a man who's struggling, running for president. I've had situations where I've gone for interviews because my name sounded different. I cannot connect with, I couldn't get the job. And there's somebody running for the president of America, and he has a funny sounding name, right? The same thing with Chika, right? I have to leave I believe it's not a responsibility. I just feel that, my life is open, right? And as open as much as it can be, because I have kids that needs to grow. I'm not a smoker, I'm not a drinker. For health reasons, I'm not judging those people who smoke or drink. It's just being open with my children to say, see, we've got hypertension in the family, we've got a disease in the family. I've avoided it because I've been living my life like this. You can also do the same. So it's that conscious effort, right? So there's absolutely nothing, right? My video game is out there, so I play video games. So if for those people on this call that are beating me on FIFA, take notes.
If you think you are really good in FIFA, please link
reach out.
Okay?
Yeah, reach out.
I will link you up with Chika so that you can definitely set up a game very soon.
Yes.
You talked to me about what? Starting piloting in what, September?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I nearly forgot that. Please, talk us through that. What's going on?
Yeah, it's not what's going on. What had gone on. My mom used to work in the airline industry, so I was one of those few kids that would be taken to the airport at a very young age. I've been fascinated about planes. Like I said to you earlier on, I don't believe in the infrastructure of today meeting the challenges in Africa. I believe that Africa is a hotbed of new innovation. We cannot build roads because they are expensive, but we can build drones and drone pads that can carry people from point A to point B, and that's transportation basically, ABC of transportation, right? So for me, it's my new venture for the future. So I'm trying to get my pilot license to understand the industry I will be playing in future. So is a dream. I don't want to sound like Richard Branson, because he just said it a couple of days ago. But it's a childhood dream coming to pass.
Yeah, when you went to space.
Yeah, when he went to space, he came back and said he has his childhood dream for me. And second of all is a place I would like to invest in the future. So it's just basic. It's not I just want to fly a commercial plane. No, you will not see a pilot called Chika Okoh in your plane. It's just from an investment point of view and also a childhood dream. That's all.
I have met you this morning, and I can definitely hear from the way you relate, the way you talk about your family, that your role as a father is really important to you.
Yes, it is.
Tell me what made you think differently and why you are applying a different way of parenting.
Yeah, I think God loves me.
That's great.
I think He has a purpose for me, and because of that, He gave me an amazing father, right? So when I say amazing father, I have a father. He's still alive. His name is Patrick Okoh. Okay.
Mr. Okoh?
Yeah.
Well, shout
who ensured that the gentleman sat in front of you today had everything that he needed at the time to be where he is, and who still plays a role of being a mentor to myself even up till now, because I want information. So if I'm at a junction in my point in life where I need to make a decision, I know he has got the experience, I will reach out to him, right? So because of that, I want, and it's because of how successful he has done it for not just myself, but four men in the family. I would have said 4 boys, but they are all men are married now. I want to do the same for my kids, right? So I want that to be the case for Alice, for Diamond and Joshua, where they need a solution to a problem. I'm able to step in to say, oh, actually do it this way, or actually I can speak to a friend that can help you to do this, or I can speak to somebody somewhere. And that's why it's important for us as Africans to be excellent, right? Because things where I believe that we waste our times a lot on some prayer points that are not supposed to be prayer points, right? Because if you have the number to somebody, you can actually get the opening that you need, right? So why are you disturbing God, right? Yeah, there are some things we can do by ourselves that God has empowered us to do by ourselves. God is not in the business of giving you chair, but God is in the business of creating trees, right? So you should be able to understand how to convert a tree to a chair. So our job, so that's the angle, and that's how I see Christianity. My role as a Christian is to make Christianity better, right? We've had a tumultuous time in Christianity where from the Romans, where people are being killed to become Christians, to the age of intelligence we now have with data, where you have the case of a priest molesting boys in the Catholic Church. We have corrupt pastors in church. How do we evolve out of this, right? So I believe my role and the role of people that we share this point in time in history, is to make Christianity better. So I see both fatherhood, I see both being an individual, I see both being a Christian as an evolving process, which we all have to be committed to. Yeah.
So in terms of maybe your perception, you're definitely seeking to be able to demonstrate the need to evolve and make things better?
Absolutely. So we shared, you and I and the boys behind the camera, we've shared stories about our parents, right? Our fathers most especially. What they exhibited is not what we are exhibiting. Something has changed. And that's why as an individual, the best thing you could do for yourself is to seek information, to commit to yourself, to always be better, right? So, and I know for certain that Alice, Diamond, and Joshua will be better than myself, right? That's the torch we can pass on from generation to generation, ability to be better. So as a father, I'm lucky to have been fathered by a great person. I want to be that same greater person for my children, and I hope they will be for their own children.
Great.
Thank you.
And that is something that I definitely want to share, obviously, because of my line of career.
Yeah.
So it is very evident that some people may be listening to this, video or maybe this recording and saying, you know what, I didn't have a father in my life. I didn't have that positive role model in my life. And for that reason, who do I tap to? Who do I go to for that?
Yeah.
But one of the very interesting things that I know, Chika, you do as well is you take on board, you hold on people and also bring them on board, one as good fathers as well, but equally as what? Breadwinners, in terms of taking on certain career paths.
Yes.
Okay. What are the schemes? What is your influence? Why do you take on these trouble?
Yeah. First and foremost, there's a meeting room in a company that I worked for in the past that has got something encrypted on the wall. It's my favorite meeting room. It says, if you know something, then you know how to make it simple. If truly you know something, you should be able to make it simple. So for me, I've been fortunate enough to be where I am. Made the mistakes I should have made, or made the right decision that I did make, right? But it's now my turn to make things simple. But because now that I've simplified things, it's now easier for me to say, oh, I can be a better person in mentoring somebody into the right role. Knowing fully well that ties into my personality. That's who I am. I've been called to a life of service. So service is not a job for me. Service is the air that I breathe, right? So I walk into rooms. It even helps me in my job, in my career, as an entrepreneur, right? Because it's not just about giving you my money, but also being able to play that role of a board advisor and playing it effectively, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm all about. I remember when I started in the UK 6 years ago. Me and myself and my friends came together and created one of the first black venture capitalist firms in the UK called Okoh Capital. They still exist up to now. I've exited as an investor.
Guys,
but
check it out.
But it was important at the time because we felt that most of the black businesses, young startups didn't have the right influence, they didn't have the right information to be successful. And a couple of us felt we've gotten to the stage where we can add value to those companies. So we set up this investment firm just to help in the life of service for me, right? So I don't see things as, most especially when you help people, I don't see it as a job. Okay. It's not something to shout over the mountain about. It's the air that I breathe. I have to help people. Right, that's it. If God has done this for me, then why shouldn't I be able to help?
That's
right.
Great. Yeah. And in the line of you helping people, I think one of the things that you've said to me is you help those who want to be helped.
Oh yes, that's important. That's great. Right, that's extremely important.
I really listen to you know. It shows I've been listening to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's if there's I think human relationship has evolved for the better. We still have situations where some wealthy countries in the world feel they have to give aid to some people when they don't need aid, right? Where they need, that's why you need to read the book of by Moyo Dambisa Moyo, the African economist, world-renowned. She is I think she's ex-Harvard grad, and she was speaking about we don't need your aid, right? How aid contributed to the problems that Africa currently face, right? Because in these countries, it's not your money that we need because some politicians will end up siphoning that money. But if you could help us in terms of giving us access to this innovation that you have, right? How many 5G towers are there in Africa in the whole, right? I was part of a conversation last week about 2,000 towers that 3G towers that need to go into a place in Tanzania. We're talking of 3G network in a world where Japan has launched a 6G satellite into space. So that's the conversation we need to have, right? So when you want to help people, it's not from you just help randomly, right? Because you have to be able to make meaning in their lives, right? So it's always good to understand what people need. Some people would need your money, but some people just want somebody that listens to them, right? Yeah, I have young people that I mentor. Sometimes they just call me a ramble. And I'll tell them it's fine, right? It's okay because they just needs to be heard. Yeah, but I had conversations with parents where this person I'm mentoring wants to go to a party, right? He just wants to go to a party, and the parents don't understand. But because I can bridge that divide between parent and child, I go to the parent and say, you see, this kid is a distinction kid, right? Is probably first class material. He just needs the ability to let his steam off, please. And put it in the word that the parents can understand. So it's much more. You need to be able to help people that want to be helped. If not, you're just wasting your time and their time. That's the way I see things. So it's important that if somebody needs help, from the way they present their situation to you, you actually know that, oh yes, this is the gap that I need to fill in their life, and this is how I need to go about it.
Chika, you're full of knowledge, and I know you may be so humble not wanting to share that much, but for me, you are definitely full of knowledge, and I think one of the things I will be asking is, in order for possibly some of these knowledge to really make that impact, you need to be able to, sit on certain boards, Are you in any such positions that are actually making those changes?
Yes, I am. Okay. Luckily, fortunately, I am. And when you say changes, I think that's a different topic entirely. Okay. Because change means different things to different people. I think the change that we need, if I need to speak to the black community, for example, which you have access to, the change that we need is a mindset change. It's a change of, I see a lot of people play victims of situation they find themselves. And if there's anything I hate the most in my life, that is it. Because if you play a role as a victim, at what point do you become the victor, right? So it's always good to have this mindset of, although I'm facing this challenge, but this is the path out of it, right? Not just, I'm facing this challenge, I'm facing this challenge. What's your plan, right? That's why I went to Oxford to study strategy. How do you strategize your way out of things? How do you help yourself to develop? How do you help your family to develop, your community? Where the UK, the United Kingdom, how do we become better people? So that's the angle I come from always, to see how not just being sat somewhere and saying, oh yes, I'm a victim of this. How do you walk away from it? Yes, I can influence those things, but do you want to be influenced?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the question I would ask.
Okay.
Because you need to answer that question first of all before you can actually bring about change.
Okay. That's brilliant. And in terms of maybe all these influences that we are talking about, we did discuss the issue about what is worth.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
maybe what is value.
Value, yeah.
And I think I really learned from it, where you are definitely sharing with me that your most priority is to be able to impact that knowledge,
Yes.
In terms of being able to influence other people in terms of their network.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell me about some of the projects that you are doing at the moment.
Before pandemic hit us big time, I founded a company to change the way we transact money. My goal is to own a digital bank in Africa and change the way money is traded on the continent. We had to hit the pause button for now, for that to go up. And for me, I just feel that if you speak about blockchain, you speak about Bitcoin and all of this wonderful stuff, it should mean something to the people on ground. So I have an investment in that. I had one of the first investment in a technology platform called AfroConnect to connect black businesses across the world. We launched in the UK and in the US. And our job was to, we were nominated as part of the climate change conference, climate change conference in 2015, chaired by Barack Obama. I was invited as part of the entrepreneurs from Africa. And I presented to the world what we were doing as a young startup at that time.
I'm humbled to have you here. No,
it's not. It's just part of the journey, right? We're speaking about the process, right? I own Serialto. Is a platform where you could other, people from cameramen to plumbers in the house or to mechanics, anybody that can sell their skill out, and they want to monetize it, right? So investing is constant, right? I've still got other products I'm working on currently that will be hitting the market soon. So that's why I want information, right? That's why I'm in need of information, because I want to be better in what I do, right?
That's great. So in terms of companies or maybe businesses that you have out there, would you mind maybe giving us, a spill of it so that other people can really, the people are hearing so much from you, but who is this person? How can I contact him,
Yes, you can. Yes. I own Serialto, is a company based in Nigeria and also here in the UK. A platform for, like I mentioned, the platform, you could check it out. Easy Financial is another one registered here in the UK, but predominantly it's a product because I live here in the UK, so obviously it's where I am. I'll pay my taxes and invest in. It's a product we're trying to change, own a digital bank in Africa, in Nigeria, and open up to the rest of Africa, where we will make banking a lot easier for people. And we're just working through getting all of the relevant licenses before we go live. I'm going to stop at that. For now.
That's fine. So maybe would you mind at the end of this video we can put links in regards to some of your businesses?
Oh yes. That would be great. Thank you for being gracious.
No, that's
Thank
fine. I think it's really important if we are having this conversation. We need to, we say what? The eating of the pie is in the pudding.
It's in the pudding,
right?
Yes.
That's great. I tried and it worked.
Not everybody likes pudding, though. Not everybody likes pudding, though. Yeah.
But I think the most important thing is we need to be able to evidence it.
Yes.
It's not just going to create a clone of a person who is coming to give us a spill. We need to be able to evidence that these are the things that he's done, he's achieved, and you can actually check it out for yourself. Chika, I would say if anybody wants to possibly make contact with you in order for them to be able to, bounce off some ideas or maybe seek some direction from you in regards to what they can go into, how flexible, and I know you are busy, but how flexible are you in regards to that?
Oh yes, as like I mentioned, service for me comes from is who I am, is my oxygen. So I'm happy for you to be a conduit of those questions. Feel free to reach out through Nana to myself. That's fine. I'm on LinkedIn. Feel free to add me on LinkedIn, and I will respond to any information, any questions that you have. Please make your question as easy as possible, so I can turn your question around quickly with a response. That's all I ask for. Okay.
Chika, I would definitely say, we are really humbled
Yeah.
for you to host us for today.
No problem.
It's really, really an opportunity for us to be able to give us that space in terms
Yes.
of your time.
Yes.
Okay. If there is anything that you want to say to any of our viewers out there, as well as other people who are yet to subscribe,
Yeah.
I know people do watch it a lot, but don't subscribe. Please, this takes time. Stop using our time. Okay. Is there anything that you want to say to our viewers out there?
Yeah. The first thing I want to say is please subscribe. The first
the
first day I saw your video on YouTube, I subscribed to the channel.
That's great.
I'm impressed by what you do. It's not just you. I believe you are like many other people that we have, creatives that we have around us. We definitely need creatives to strive so we can tell our stories properly, right? So good job to you and the team
Thank you very
for
much.
what you guys are doing.
I have a team behind the scenes.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't see them, but
Yeah.
this is a shout out to my amazing team.
Absolutely,
Thank you very much.
yeah, absolutely. And if there's anything I can share from a personal point of view, is that when I was having a cut yesterday, my barber said to me, he said, the only thing free in life is stress. It comes freely. So in life, you always face challenges. That's guaranteed, right? But what you can do as an individual is that you prepare yourself for, and you stay the course of whatever it is that you are facing, ensuring that you look out for yourself, you continue to evolve to be better. No hard time lasts forever. Okay, so don't worry, things will be better. But while you are fighting that, make sure that you are also training yourself, listening to podcast videos like this, nurturing your souls, ensuring that you are surrounding yourself with the right people, with the right positive mindset. So that way you don't get lost with your problems. That way you can, in the next 20 years, remember your problem like, oh, actually, I faced this, but to the glory of God, I went past it. So that's what I would just say to you. Also, there's nobody that knows everything. I'm also working my way through life, and this is just the basis of it for me saying, yes, this challenge has come today. This time I'm going to walk through it, and don't worry, everything will be fine. Okay, that's all.
Chika, I think in terms of the information out there that you've definitely deposited in me is just immense. I can definitely not say thank you enough. But I think for me, in terms of this interview, what I have gathered is I've met somebody who is humble, okay? Somebody who sits on board, in terms of different, organizations or maybe different industries, and still creates that time. Is still humble by his own experience as well as his own identity as a Black African, which I think is equally important. What I have definitely learned from you, Chika, today is your role as a father, your role within your church, within your community as well as creating other wealth creators who you want to pull along to be able to make that impact within the very community that we live in. Chika, I am very humbled. I am sincerely saying thank you very much for coming on board. And we hope that if there is anybody who is out there who is listening to us and has equally been impacted, if you think you have other people who have similar stories like Chika's, who wants to share their stories with us, we are storytellers, okay? We will do the legwork to be able to come across and meet these individuals. What we are equally saying is remember to subscribe, just like Chika did say. If you know of other people within your networks, make sure you share this kind of conversations, these videos, and there are lots of videos out there that you can be watching. Make sure you build yourself in terms of your knowledge based on information. And in order for you to be able to move from one step to the other, all that we will do is we will continue to download the information to you as best as we can so that we can all move on these journeys together. Guys, thank you very much for today, and I think it's a Sunday, and I'll say have a pleasant week.
Thank you, Nana.
Yeah.
Pleasure, all mine. Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.